So what a sight this is. Another edition of this proud competition, just seemingly bigger and better still. Faces, of course, have come and gone, but some things never change. Those first day feelings, new hopes, new expectations, and the belief that maybe, just maybe, this time it will be your turn. Well, you've got to say the Nerazzurri certainly know how to create an atmosphere. 80,000 here in black and blue. The dress code is a strict one. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, there's a player below Peter who loves the high intensity, and it's Lautaro Martinez. His very direct style, as well as the ability to change rhythm, I think he would go down well in a lot of other teams. But the way he likes to press in the final third, it's something that's often overlooked, something that contributes to that directness. He puts a big shift in.
Yes, he's certainly the one who carries the hopes of his team. That's a good ball out wide. Dumfries was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Nicely spread. Dumfries. Zielinski. Cross from Zielinski. And he's there to clear it. Gets a good foot in there. It's a really well-measured ball. Nicely weighted ball. Expertly cut out. Really nicely done. Neither side especially adventurous early on. Now it's Batistuta. Knocks it into space. Quarter of an hour played. Stefan de Vrij. Well read. Nice interception. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
He has a look up.
Yeah, we're actually currently watching a contest of insipid probing. The only way is up, I hope.
Dumfries, looking for the run. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Can he get it through? And he's picked it up out wide. Shot could be on. Bastoni. And it's Barella. And they've switched it over to the other side.
Good switch, that.
That's a super give and go. Inter Milan looking to pass their way through. Almost half an hour in now. Pass somewhat off target. Plays a sharp little ball here. Ricci. And it's Van Basten. Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, what a mistake!
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. And here's Van Basten. It's a promising position. Van Basten. Can he finish? Goal! Inter! And Inter go in front. He'll take that. Perhaps not the prettiest, but they all count.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
Inter Milan penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
Well, that's got this place bouncing. Just listen to the noise all around us. Now they have all of this positive energy to feed off.
And he's in on the finish! Zielinski. Oh, that's neat. And here's Fratesi. Has a shot! Oh, that was no routine save.
Well, you get a sense, Peter, that he could almost get to anything today.
Inter Milan with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. That's good play. Inter Milan are looking to go forward now. Ribery. Fratesi. And this is Zapata. Martinez. Oh, that's an excellent interception. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
On the evidence of what we've seen, they're worth their lead. There was genuine intensity and purpose behind what they brought to the game. I think they'll want a strong start just after the break, though, to force the issue that bit more.
Inter Milan can be fairly satisfied then. It's so far so good for them, and it's 1-0 at the break. And we're underway again. A solitary goal. That has been the crucial difference. Chelhanoglu, Ricci, and Bastoni. Now it's Fratesi, and here's Zapata. Now, can they get him? Can he finish? He has done it! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
There's the shot! Goal! Inter! And the game is well and truly turned on its head.
Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
Inter Milan get themselves into the lead.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Inter Milan appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Stefan de Vrij. It's an inviting-looking ball, that. Chelhanoglu gets across and deals with it. Oh, nicely intercepted. Inter Milan really looking to get back into this at the start of the second half. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Dumfries. Back to the keeper it goes.
Right here, right now, it's not looking favourable. They're chasing the ball and the game.
No, he's not getting past him there. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Tomori calmly anticipates. And that is as far as they're going to go. Oh, super ball!
Inter really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Inter Milan can breathe again, just.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Zielinski gets into a good position. Barella. Inter Milan do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way.
Yeah, and I think if you're looking for change in a tight game like this, Peter, it's all about getting the timing right.
And it's Denzel Dumfries. Barella. And here's Zapata. Now it's Zielinski.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Oh, good ball. And a chance! And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. We have got changes here, from both sides, in fact. Ribery. Barella. Inter Milan have now used up all but one of their substitution windows. Van Basten unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. The final 5 minutes. Batistuta.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
He is through here. He saw the danger. Oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. To square things up. And he scores! Back in business! Not much more than a formality.
That's a good penalty. Made the keeper commit early and set himself up for quite a comfortable finish.
So all square with almost no time remaining.
Well, those players out there must be exhausted now, Peter, but at least they have momentum, which augurs well if this goes to extra time.
Van Basten! Oh, what about that? And that has raised the roof!
Yeah, but how about that coolness and confidence, Peter, to see where the keeper was and then produce a beautiful response?
Inter Milan complete their comeback, and now they only need to hold out for a few minutes.
Well, look, Peter, I feel I've got to stress that there's still time for another, so we can't be too presumptuous yet.
And he skips past his man. Time added on, 4 minutes. Ribery. Whistle's gone, and they've got themselves a free kick.
It's just a silly one to give away at this stage of the game.
The final whistle is imminent, but I do think he'll allow time for this free kick. And this, an opportunity to pull level. Çalhanoğlu! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And it's Çalhanoğlu. And time is up. They needed to win, and they have won. It is a triumph. Your reflections then, Jim?
Inter really deserve a lot of credit for what I'm sure would be a real confidence-boosting win. Such a huge game being played. There were so many factors that would have...
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game. It's Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement has really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So it's away we go then. Now then, this man really is a legend, perhaps the legend, a revolutionary, the father of a philosophy. He is, of course, Jim, Johan Cruyff.
We'd have no total football without him, Peter. No tiki-taka either.
One of the best of all time. Some say the best, and certainly one of the most influential.
Without a doubt, pure class.
And that's a throw-in. Goes looking wide. Now that looks a decent ball. Vieira. Maldini. Koeman. That's Vieira. Oh, that pass isn't the best. This looks promising. Nicked it back promptly. Oh, super ball. It is early, but the game hasn't yet sparked into life. Now it's Romario. Looking for options for movement. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
Vieira can so cleverly bypass the press.
Well, it seems as if the message has been issued by both managers. Don't concede the opener.
Cruyff running with the ball. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And it's DiMarco. Martin. Now it's Isak. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Applies the finish! Keeper's not concerned by that.
Well, let's just consider that one a rangefinder, Peter. It certainly wasn't troubling the goalkeeper. Portugal really do like their passes from deep, Peter.
Making good use of that quarterback position, aren't they?
Yeah, but this is a system that can only work if you have the players who are willing to run at and beyond the defence. Let's see if these forwards are up for it now.
That is good alertness. Rodrigo. De Jong. Portugal looking to pass their way through. In the end, they found... Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. And he's going to have his name taken. Vieira. Koeman. Driving on and making good progress. Tries to pass it through. Goes for a shot!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Strong challenge. That could leave a mark. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Spread it left. Martin is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Raul. It's Raul! Oh, it's a beauty! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! That is a diamond of a goal. The planning immaculate, the execution brilliant.
That was magnificent. The way he caught it so perfectly, I think he's even managed to surprise himself, Peter.
Barcelona. Isaac! He's missed, but not by that far.
Yeah, it's good movement, though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Baresi. Vieira. Barcelona finding their passes. Now, has he got the beating of his marker here? DiMarco. And it's DiMarco. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Now it's Isak. That's very neat. It's not an especially good pass, that.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And that'll be the last act of the first half. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
Here we go again, then.
Portugal can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times, they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Now it's Puskas. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Now it's DiMarco. Raul. Cafu. Cross goes in there. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Vieira with the slide tackle there. And it's Vieira. Passing is crisp and sharp. Neymar. Oh, that's neat. Neither of these two want to come off second best. That is lovely. It's loose now and they want to get it back. Upamecano did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. He's been bundled over. That is a foul. And that's going to be a booking.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
Great chance here from position A1. Neymar! That was travelling. Portugal still this single goal behind. Portugal have now used up all but one of their substitution windows. Tries a deft little ball. Tries a shot! He has done it! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Cruyff demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
Barcelona are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Raul has been caught there, it's a foul. Well, he can't say now that he hasn't been warned.
Yeah, and he has to change his ways, or this referee could soon change his status.
And he's lost his man here. And Cruyff! Johan Cruyff! An individual masterpiece! About as smooth as it gets. And the lead is extended still further. And that really is so impressive. But shot a goal! Keeper's got his work done.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Barcelona are looking to go forward now. Here's a man who his teammates can look to in all times. Decent progress down the left. Vieira. This is Romario. Now it's Puskas. Puskas running with the ball. Thinks about the shot. And the shot! Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
They've got a throw in. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Hernandez. Defending was strong and firm. Well, it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Cafu has got himself a free kick. Barcelona can now introduce the first of their substitutes. Now it's Rodrigo. Kim Min-jae. Not the most accurate pass. Koeman.
Well, this does not look promising, Peter. The least they can do is to give the crowd something to cheer about, but that might be difficult from here.
Upamecano. Szoboszlai. And it's Szoboszlai. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Now it's Puskas. He's picked his way through. Olise. There's the shot! And that's off target. De Jong. Rodrigo. 5 minutes to add. Now that's well seen too. De Jong. And it's Soboslai. Played out to the right. And Kim Min-jae. It's a really well-measured ball. Takes a shot! Mbappe. Olise. Kola. Olise. Well timed, excellent interception. And that will be it. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners were so good at times. A side that can and will trouble more or less everyone. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, there was a distinct lack of clarity or commitment in everything the players were trying to do, looking pretty lethargic, and they were ruthlessly exploited and deserved to be.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter. It's great to be on board.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. Well, as you can see, we've already started here. And that's a good ball. And he's picked it up out wide. The ball swung in. And that's the keeper's ball. Well, there's the man we're all here to see, the thriller-minute Neymar. He really does turn every game into a showbiz occasion. So I wonder, Jim, what is in today's show?
Well, plenty, we hope, Peter. Being the kind of player who likes to take it upon himself to win, whether it's his vision and creativity or being more direct.
Isaac! Decent strike, kept it fizzing low. Neymar. Soboslai. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Now it's Puskas. Now it's Romario. Neymar. Neymar will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. He is through here. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And this is Puskas. Not much subtlety about that challenge. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Well, that's clear cut. It's a free kick. It's a straight red. He has been given his marching orders. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men. It's a good 35 yards out, this. Wonderful save by Vitor Baia. Denied by a great piece of goalkeeping.
Absolutely terrific. Terrific reflexes. Goalkeeping at its very best.
Raul goes short. Now it's Raul. He's gone for goal! Oh, nice. Just not quite.
He actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that.
Sanchez. Kane looks to get on the end of this.
Portugal are clearly playing a patient game here, looking to pick out those runners.
Yeah, that's a lot of the forwards, this style, doesn't it? You need them to be very sharp, chasing non-stop, running after lost causes.
Yeah, and you need a lot of movement up front if you're going to make it work.
Vieira. Maldini. Barcelona finding their passes. Szoboszlai. And Puskás! Getting on for a third of the way through the game. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Koeman. Maldini is very much of the none-shall-pass school of defending. And it's Cruyff. That's good running with the ball. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Neymar ploughing through. There's the shot! They want to be quick to recover this. Played out wide. Back into the middle. Look at the space here. Neymar! Oh, special! That is a special goal! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy!
Look, that was a technical interaction of great football. That has gone down a treat.
So we have our breakthrough.
This is the perfect example of how to play with a man advantage. Move the opposition from side to side, wear them down, deserve goal.
Oh, shooting chance! It's there! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character. Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball, and they're in.
Portugal grabbed the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
He's shifting through the gears here. Not the most accurate pass. Great ball, and he's in here. And Cruyff!
Cruyff made it all look so simple there before he invited his own complications.
And it's been taken short. Now it's Neymar. Nice control. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. A heavy challenge. Portugal are opting for an early change in personnel. They've decided against waiting until half-time. Cafu. Cruyff looking to be a menace in the final third. Passing is crisp and sharp. Driving forward. Hernandez with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. Now it's Puskás. And the referee brings the first half to a close. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. So your views on the first half?
Well, we've seen at times it can be harder to play against 10, and that seems to be holding true so far. Something I've experienced in the past, and with this sort of intensity and fearlessness, who knows, they might just get something they want.
Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incident and talking points. A decent watch this, and it's 1-1 at half-time. Barcelona get the ball rolling in the second half. Cruyff. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Raul is sporting a guilty look after that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Rafinha. Now that's well seen too. Now it's Romario. Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Hernandez. Rafinha. Good running, strong and purposeful. Rafinha. This is good pressing. They're not short on bodies. Neymar. Now it's Romario. Tries to thread one through. Oh, he's found support out wide. That's very neat. Vieira. Nice interception, well timed.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And he's forced to go back. Now it's Szoboszlai. Hernandez. And it's De Jong. Looking to play him in. Cruyff has created one goal already. Neymar running with the ball. Steaming. Neymar! Another special Neymar moment! That is a gem! An absolute gem! And they get themselves in front! And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
Barcelona take the lead.
This is the perfect example of how to play with a man advantage.
And a chance! Good chance here! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Raul actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest. Unless they can devise a quick counter-attacking plan, they're going to need to see much more of this ball.
Cruyff. Now it's Puskás.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Kane. Kane purring through the gears.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
This is a really front-footed approach.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and...
And the shot! They've done it! And this is getting better and better. Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way and he just slips the other.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
Well, he's made this game all about him. He's got a fantastic appetite for goals.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Now it's Milinkovic-Savic. Raul. Oh, easy pickings there. Now it's Kane. Cafu. Cafu drives forward on the overlap. Merino. And João Palhinha. Cruyff. Oh, he's burst through. Well, the movement is slick. The speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
Kane. Mikel Merino is onto this. He's missed, but not by that far.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Koeman. Cruyff. And it's Neymar. Looking for options for movement. And he's there to clear it. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Bayer. Upamecano. Driving forward. And the number on the board is 3. Neymar. This is promising. Milinkovic-Savic. Now Saliba. Milinkovic-Savic. And time is up. Portugal perhaps ended up out of ideas and out of steam. Some warm applause and acknowledgement of the effort put in by the players, but that does not hide the overall disappointment. Portugal really did suffer for their lack of numbers here.
Well, to be perfectly honest, Peter, it was hard to see any other outcome. Ruthless opponents who were intent on exploiting their very obvious advantage.
My thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you.